Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of attributes of similarity. This is standard 7.5a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 32 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got two different triangles. We need to find a statement that is true. Now notice the order here. Look at this. KLM is congruent to TLV, so they're inverted. So let's do this. Let's use our colors to note the orders. K and T are first. And so the order matters when we're listing our two inverted triangles. I'm going to go to blue. L is second. L is second. L is the exact same. So we've got that angle, but we've got vertical angles. One goes this way, one goes this way, but those are going to be congruent. And then we get green. So that's going to be my M and my V. All right, so they go in slightly different order, depending on whether you're looking up or looking down, but we need to trace it this way. So we would say K, L, M is congruent to T, L, V, and that's going to be very important. So what do we know about similar triangles? Well, similar triangles have two properties that are going to be in play here. We have proportional sides, not congruent sides, but they're proportional. But we do have congruent angles. So some are going to be proportional, those are the sides. Some are going to be congruent, those are the angles. So these attributes are going to differ depending on what they are. So let's look at KL and LM. Let's look at this first one. All right, so KL is going to be this one right here, is to LM. So you notice that was my first and my second jump, right? KL to LM. So then you notice how we go from LV. Look at this right here. That's the wrong jump. It should be KL to LM. The way I've set it up here is it should go TL, TL, let's make that a T, to LV. But they inverted it. They did LV to TL. So KL is not lined up with LV. They're both on the top, but we inverted it. So that's a no. All right, let's change to a different color. Let's go back to red here. ML, all right, so we're going to go backwards. ML to MK. Okay, so ML to MK. So I would expect it to be ML is going to be with that LV. VL, okay. So VL, that looks good so far. And then VT. Okay, that does seem like that might work because that is going to be those letters. So ML is the last two letters here, and VL is the last two letters here. MK is the first and the third letter, and VT is the first and the third letter. Okay, so that looks like that's going to work. Let's question mark it. We have to make sure that nothing else works. Angle K is congruent to angle V. This is where colors play a big part. Angle K is our first one, red. So it should be, it goes with angle T. Angle K is not congruent to angle V. Those are the two top ones, but visually you can tell. Remember, the order matters. So angle K would go with T. If I wanted V, I would need to go M. That's why we use these colors. So no on this one, no on this one. We still like B. Let's go ahead and check D. Angle T. All right, so angle T, well, we just did that. Angle T should be congruent to angle K. And I know that because they are the first angles or corners listed when we list the triangle in order. T goes with K, T does not go with M. Those are the two bottom ones. So we've got the mistakes here of choosing the two bottom ones or choosing the two top ones. And you can't just visually look at it because the two triangles get inverted as we make these similar triangles. So that is incorrect. So we are good with this proportion of B, and that's our answer.